Hello. Welcome to Pure Light Awakening, and my name is Nina, and I'm here to talk about the full moon and also a little bit about the energies that we are currently in. So, if you're new, welcome in, and if you are returning, then thank you and welcome back. Thank you for being here with me today. So, I have been trying to find a spot in the garden where it was not so much reflections from my eyes so that I could actually do this without putting my sunglasses on. So I'm hoping that this will work. I hope that it's not too much sun reflections for you guys. Anyways, so now let's see about the energies right now. I feel in general that the energies are extremely fiery, I must say. From what I'm seeing around the world, from what I'm feeling from people I interact with, from what I've been feeling in myself, there's a lot of fiery energy. And I've been saying that for a while, and it has been going on for a while as well. But that's just the way it is. We maneuver where we are, right? That's just the only thing we can do. But when I sank down today and I connected up to my team, what I actually was shown, and this is just, of course, a metaphor that they were showing me. They showed me the god Mars standing behind me, and he chopped my head off. So it was just kind of the energy that was that they were trying to explain to me, that there's so much anger in this fiery energy right now. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but I have for sure. A lot of arguments, a lot of duality coming up, a lot of that maybe anger or frustrations that we have had as energies within our physical form as well have now been rattled, and it's coming up. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening to not just me but to everybody. Okay, so that was kind of what I was feeling and what I was shown. Now, what they were guiding me to do today is to kind of take you on a little bit of a trip today. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start by just sinking down into our physical form and breathing, relaxing. And we're going to start by looking at the earth from a perspective a little bit far away. So, and then we're going to go kind of down to earth and into the energies and into the full moon and the things that's currently going on, and then we're going to go back out again. Okay, so that's kind of the mini journey I'm encouraging you to participate in today. So if you could just sink down, let all your muscles relax. Imagine that there is a waterfall coming from above your head, into your physical form and around your physical form, and that the waterfall is consistent of the white light, but of course the white light also holds all the colors of the rainbow, and the white light is of course the life force energy. And if you haven't already, then go ahead and open up that crown chakra and the soul chakra, universal connection to God, source, universe, creator. And then let that energy just flow in through your head, down behind your eyes, behind your nose, into your jaw area, throat and neck, shoulders, arms and hands, upper part of your chest, down your spine, into your heart, solar plexus, stomach, sacral chakra, hips, root chakra, down your legs, feet, into the ground. Open your earth star chakra beneath your physical form, all the way down, 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 and connect to the inner earth. to the core of the earth. Now breathe. Okay. Now imagine that you are floating on the outside of the earth. You're going further and further away. You're passing the moon even. And you're looking at the earth from afar. Just floating out in space. Looking at that blue marble. Totally at peace. Relaxed. Just being. What's going on down on that blue marble? It doesn't concern you right now. You're just observing it from afar. You're not a part of it. It's not you. You're just the observer. Okay. Now we're going to go closer to the earth again. And you are going to go down back into where your physical form is right now. Just let yourself land gently into your physical form. And open your eyes. Okay. So now we're just going to talk about what's going on here and now. Okay? And when we're done with that, we're just going to float out again a little bit. Okay? So let's get into where we are. I talked a little bit about the fiery energy in the beginning. And it can also, one of the reasons can also be because both Venus and Mars and the Sun is now in Leo. Okay? So that's kind of a fiery energy. Now I picked a couple of cards out today to kind of explain the different ones. Now the Sun card, it says your immortal spirit, purpose and destiny is involved. So this is the Sun card. The Leo, and it says the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. And Mars is this card. Your physical energy drives strength and fighting spirit. And Venus is the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. And that's Venus. So Venus and Mars is, of course, two opposites. It's the feminine and the masculine. And when they are both in Leo and a Sun in Leo at the same time, I can imagine that the duality of the male-female energies are feisty, are energetic, are fiery energy. Okay, so that might be an explanation as to why it's so much fiery energy going on at the moment. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that real quick. There are also a lot of planets that are retrograde. Now Chiron has gone into retrograde in Taurus, and Chiron is the wounded healer. And Taurus is, of course, very grounding. It's a grounding sign. It's the earth sign. And it's a lot about the family and your values and your ground pillars in life. So that's also an explanation as to why all these old wounds are coming up right now, that we are feeling, maybe old frustration or old anger or old disappointment is coming up to the surface to be felt and to be healed, right? To be felt through. And when it's ready, it will be released. So that energy will be released, and then you will be able to get more of that life force energy into you. Okay? Now Pisces is also retrograde. No, Neptune is also retrograde in Pisces, and Neptune is about your fantasies, about magic, about the unknown a little bit, and Pisces as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if your belief system within the spiritual realm or kind of the questions as to why are we here? What's the meaning of this kind of questions will be coming up now. Now, Saturn and Jupiter are both retrograde in Aquarius. Aquarius is, of course, kind of the rebel sign, if you will. It's a freedom-loving sign. Jupiter is, of course, about expansion, confidence, courage. And Saturn is very much about the stable, the grounded, the ground pillars, and challenges also in life. So there is a lot of turmoil going on because, like, Saturn and Aquarius is kind of an opposite energy, and also Jupiter and Saturn are opposite energies, as to Saturn can be very stable and Jupiter wants to expand, and all of that is happening in Aquarius. And at the same time, this full moon that we're going into is also in Aquarius. Okay, so there's a lot of Aquarian energy going on. So it's the want to kind of break out of the norm. It's the want to uh, kind of break down the system that is no longer working. Okay, and I think that's a lot of what we're seeing and going on the planet right now. There's a lot of protest, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of unresolved issues that is now coming up, and the want to kind of think for the individual, take care of the individual, is what I feel is coming up now. Now, Pluto is also retrograde, and that's the retrograde in Capricorn. And Pluto is, of course, the transformation planet, and Capricorn is the very stable. So again, two kind of big forces against each other. So it's a lot of duality going on. A lot of big forces kind of against each other is what I'm feeling is going on with the planets right now. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm just kind of interested in a little bit in it, and I've been reading up on it, and so I'm just sharing a little bit of what I know. Okay, now the moon, of course, is about your unconscious, sensitive, and inner emotions. So the full moon is, of course, a time where that's kind of being lit up and that's being expanded a little bit. And so we are naturally more emotional around the full moon. And so that emotional state coming together with all this fiery and energy and duality and fight against each other and, you know, push and pull energy, no wonder people are acting up, right? So, but the full moon in this deck says surrender to the divine. And so that's kind of what we're being encouraged to do. That's the answer to what's going on, right? And that's why I wanted to take you to that little meditation in the beginning and also in the end, to make you see from the divine perspective, and to remember to sink into that part of you so you don't get dragged into all sorts of issues right now. Okay, now the full moon in Aquarius card is show the world the real you, and that's exactly what I think people at least that are awakening, they are trying to do. Okay, they are trying to stand in their own truth. They are wanting to show the true self. They are wanting to be acknowledged for who they are. They are wanting to step into their own power. They don't want to, governments or very steady structures to take away their power. They want the power for themselves. And that's kind of the part of the awakening, right? Is that you acknowledge that I want to stand in my own power. I want control of my own life. I want to be able to do what makes me happy without being ridiculed or persecuted or, told that I'm doing something wrong just because I'm trying to be happy in my own life. So you can see what's going on. It's a lot of strong energies. And we can also see that Gaia herself is feeling these energies, because we have flooding in Europe, flooding in Asia. We have fires burning in Canada, in the US, in Siberia, in the Soviet Union, or in Russia. There is demonstrations. There is, South Africa, and in Cuba, and many parts of the world. There's so much frustration coming to the surface. Also with Gaia, also with the nature itself. The nature, it's getting more. Like here where I live, it's more thunder and lightning. It's more, excuse me, my guides are coming in. It's more rain. When it first rains, it's heavy rain. When it's warm, it's very warm. I'm sorry. Or is someone coming in? Okay, I will just deal with that. Just a second. I'll just see who it is. Okay, just come in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have Joshua here together with Mary Magdalene, and they are talking about the male and the female, the masculine and feminine. That's why they come in together. And so I have him standing here, and I have Mary actually standing in front of me. And there's a reason why they're doing that. The masculine energy is kind of the fiery that comes in from above, and the feminine is kind of the one that comes from Gaia. Okay, so that's why Mary is standing in front of me, and it is also about the male energy being the force that comes to you or into you, and the female is the one that receives. Okay, so what they wanted you to know right now is that when you need to feel through and release, imagine that the feminine, you can imagine Mary Magdalene or Gaia or whomever you feel represents the feminine for you. Imagine that they are standing by your feet, helping you, or under your root chakra, helping you release, because sometimes it's easier to release when you know that someone is there to catch it. Someone is there to help, to kind of conceive, if you will, because it's almost kind of like a birth where you birth it out and someone is there to receive it. So it feels more safe, if you will, and maybe easier if you know that someone is there to receive. So the feminine is there to receive, so you can release. And then the masculine, but not masculine as in force. This is more like the softer masculine that Jeshua represents will come in. And of course, then when you breathe back up, you breathe from the earth and you breathe that feminine energy up into your body and release, so that the feminine can help you release and the masculine can kind of give you strength. Okay, so that's kind of what they came into. They just showed me this image and they wanted me to convey that. Now, what Joshua or Jesus is also saying is there is nothing wrong with any emotions. Okay, so even if you have the anger coming up or the frustration, don't try and hold it back. Don't put it into any sort of bad or good, because that's duality, and that's kind of what we're trying to move a little bit away from. There's nothing wrong with any of your emotions. Just let them come, just feel them through, acknowledge them, accept them, and love them just as they are, because that's the only way that you can truly feel them through, and then it will be released when it's ready to be released. So there's nothing wrong as such with the anger coming up. It's actually a good thing, because then you get the chance to how can I say, release emotions that might have been in your physical form for a long time. Because many people, of course, live a life before the awakening that might have been rough, that might have been challenging. And so some of that energies are still in your physical form. And when that is rattled and comes up, that's when you can feel them through, and that's when they will be released and can be replaced with new fresh energy. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening here. So there's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing wrong or bad with it. It just is. That's just the explanation as to what is happening right now. Okay, so and that's also why I said that previously, that keep your head cool, stay cool in all of this, because it's a normal process. I said that in previous videos, just to stay calm, stay cool, and just allow all of this to go through you, just flow through you, because it is a natural process happening to your physical form. It's your physical form that's upgrading and that's experiencing new frequencies. Okay, so it's a frequency upgrade also when you are releasing all of this. and new frequencies are coming in. That's part of the awakening, right? So that's kind of just what Jeshia was trying to explain, and why he came in, and why I got why I felt it in my throat. I always feel it in my throat when there is someone who's trying to contact me and giving me messages. So that's why I had to pause and just take them in and give the message. Okay. So now at the end here, I feel like we should go back out there one more time. I'm sitting out in the garden. I have my feet planted on the ground in the grass. I have birds flying around me and butterflies, and I hear the wind. You might have been hearing the wind too. And that is so soothing. And I encourage you, if you have a chance to do the same, to do that if you're in a place where you can. But no matter what, no matter where you are, let's just sink back down into the body like we did before. Just breathe a little bit. You know what to do now with inviting the life force and the energy in. And sink down through your head, shoulders, chest area, spine, heart, stomach, arms and legs, hands and feet, down through your earth chakra, down all the way to the center of the earth. And breathe. Now we float again out, past the moon, as far as you want to go. Looking back at the earth, the blue marble. And just floating out there. Looking at the planet from afar. Acknowledging what's going on down there. All the fiery energy, all the duality, all the anger, frustration. And that's okay. It's a balance. It just is. There's nothing wrong with it. It just is. But you are just the observer now. It is not you. You are the eternal being who is traveling. And for this time, you are traveling in a human form on this blue marble. Until you are done, and then you travel someplace else. So you're just observing what's going on. And you see that it's beautiful. It's a balance. It just is. And you see that everything is made up by the same light, the same life force. It's in all the planets, in all the suns, all the galaxies, all the universes. It's in nature on all planets, including our own. It's in all the trees, it's in the oceans, it's in all the animals, it's in all the humans, all the things that the humans have created. It's in everything. It's just energy vibrating on different frequencies. It's just light vibrating. Everything is connected. Everything is one. You feel it. And you see that it's perfect. It's beautiful. And this light energy is also love. Purest love. Breathe. Now we're going to go back into your physical form. Gently feel yourself getting dragged back to earth. Down to wherever you are on the planet. Into your physical form. Gently land in your physical and ground yourself into the earth. Feel the energy flowing all the way through your body, through your root and your feet down to the earth, to the center of this earth. So you are grounded on the feminine Gaia, and you're bringing masculine sunlight also in to the physical. So you are in perfect balance of the masculine and the feminine, of the yin and the yang. Breathe. And open your eyes. Okay. I hope that gave you something today. I hope you liked this little mini meditation today. I encourage you to do that whenever you can. Ground your physical form and also at the same time see things from a perspective, from the oneness perspective, going to the observer, to the higher self, the eternal self. And it helps you to deal with whatever your physical form is going through as well, with all these energies out there right now. Oh, that was comfortable. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to go on with my day now. I'm still on summer vacation here and out in the yard and listening to the birds and just being and trying to log off as much as I can from news and stuff going on in the world, just dealing with whatever I can feel within me. And remember that when we are truly in our true essence and just lets that flow through us and out, that's when we also are a part of changing the entire collective consciousness. Okay? So just be in you. And everything will turn out fine. It will. Okay? Trust that they are with you, trust that they love you because they do. You are loved unconditionally. And call upon whomever you need. You don't have to go through this alone. Okay? Whether it be other humans that you know, or whether it be ascended masters or angels or loved ones that has passed. And feel them close to you and let them help you and guide you, okay? So that was it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Much love from my heart to yours.